Alrighty. So, let's wrap this thing up. Sleepers.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mr. Brandon.
How many of them do you want me to give you?
Five sleepers. Give me your top 5 sleepers.
I think my first one that you're going to be able to get is Zach Moss in Cincinnati. I think, I want to say he's the projected starter there. And if that offense is going to work, we go back and we look at Joe Mixon, the year that offense really clicked. I think he's going to fall right in. I think the next one is Terry McLaurin. Only because you have Jaden Daniels. And we always say a rookie quarterback's best friend, right, running back, tight end.
Usually, yeah.
Who do they have?
Nobody.
They got McLaurin.
They got
that will be his safety blanket this year. And I think it'll be dink and dunk passes, but then you're going to get the volume.
That's crazy. Actually, I'm just now looking. ESPN has him as their 39th rank. I can't have him that low. I mean, behind Christian Watson, DeAndre Hopkins, that's crazy. Terry easily is a top 24 wide receiver.
I'm looking down this right now.
No, it's just garbage. He should be. I would have him.
That's a steal.
Oh, at this ADP?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
My next one, I think that could be really good, is the tight end in Pittsburgh. I think with their quarterback situation, I think that could be a sleeper tight end.
So my only worry there is Russell Wilson has never been known to throw to his tight end. When they got Jimmy Graham from the Saints, Jimmy Graham really didn't do anything for fantasy, and his 2 years in Denver, he really didn't do anything. So that'd be my one concern there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's just a sleeper, right?
That's fair.
Possibly wrong, but and the next one I got. Let's look down here. J.K. Dobbins.
Really?
If healthy, what is Harbaugh going to do? Run the football.
Well, they're going to run the football.
No doubt about it.
I don't think, they're going to run the football. So that's one thing that I think it's going to help Justin Herbert, and I think it's going to hurt his numbers from a standpoint. But Harbaugh's going to run the football.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so I think that could be someone you could get late because they're not really probably thinking about it. But he could be a late pick that could help you.
Absolutely.
And your last one? I got 4. I've got Zach Moss, Terry McLaurin, Freiermuth. Freiermuth. Muth is loose, and J.K. Dobbins. Who's your 5th?
I think another good sleeper would come down to Coleman in Buffalo. I think if he's the number 1 receiver, he's going to get that volume from Josh Allen.
Absolutely.
Okay, Clint, what you got?
So, I don't have them in any particular order. These would just be the 5. So I'll start where Brendan left off. I had Keon Coleman as one of my sleeping wide receivers. Josh Allen's got to throw the ball to somebody. I'm convinced he's going to stay a top 5 wide receiver position. So I really like and this will be the opportunity. Keon Coleman will probably never have a more clear path to being the number 1 wide receiver in Buffalo. Because they will, if it doesn't work out, they will address this position in the offseason. Yep. So this is his opportunity to go out there and grab it. Another wide receiver I like, I'll just stick with the wide receivers, is I wasn't sure how I felt, and then I saw his quarterback play in preseason this past week, and I thought he looked pretty good. And then also, his biggest competition for targets just got hurt. I like Calvin Ridley. They gave the man the money. Will Levis is going to throw to somebody. This is going to be Calvin Ridley's 2nd year back in the NFL playing full-time. I can easily see him coming on very strong. Swapping over to the running backs, I've got 2 guys. Both are ranked 28th and 29th respectively, but I think these are the guys that you could get late. They're running back 3s right now, but I could easily see them ending up at top end of the RB2 world just because of the amount of volume they get. That first is Devin Singletary. If you watch the Giants off-season Hard Knocks, they talk about Devin Motor Singletary. He looked great in Houston. There is not another running back other than the rookie Tyrone Tracy something in that backfield. So I think Devin Singletary, there's a good chance the offense could run through him. Another guy I like is Javonte Williams. It's going to be his second year coming off the injury. Again, that's always key. That second year coming off an ACL, it's his second year in Sean Payton's system. They don't have much behind them. I just really like it. Like I said, I'm just looking at the value, and I really, really like it. And then tight end wise, I sit here and I see, and after I'm looking at from 7 on, I'm thinking, okay, who to me has the physical capabilities to break into that top 5? Because that's all we care about tight ends is the top 5.
Yep.
Sorry, I slammed the table. Top 5. After that, it really doesn't matter. I think Cole Kmet could do it. I know there's a lot of talks around Keenan Allen, Rome Odunze, DJ Moore, but Cole Kmet has been on that like fringe. I feel like for the last couple of years, he's had the talent, he's had the big blow-up games. He just hasn't had that season where it puts it all together.
He was 7th last year. He was 7th in 2022. So he's been in the top 10 the last 2 years.
And this year, ADP, they've got him all the way down to 17 in the rankings. I think he could jump up there. And so now I'll give you just this is my flyer here that he's not really a sleeper, but man, I think Kyler Murray could just break through to the top 5 quarterbacks again. I mean, he was great when he was healthy. He's finally going to have some offensive help. I just really like the potential there.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be crazy.
All right, we like crazy.
So here we go. I'm going to be crazy. I'm going to do one for each position. So we're going to do a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, a tight end, and an IDP. Okay? So I'm going to start with quarterback. And I'm going to go with Bo Nix.
Ooh, okay.
Now, the reason why I'm going to go with Bo Nix is the main reason is he's going to have Sean Payton as his offensive coordinator. And if you look what Sean Payton did in his last 2 seasons without Drew Brees, his last season with the Saints, he basically had 5 different quarterbacks. But those 5 different quarterbacks got you 3,437 yards and 29 touchdowns. That's not bad considering the fact that you're having to spread the ball for 5 different quarterbacks. Last year, he had 2 with Russell Wilson and Jarrett Stidham, and he got, once again, 3,566 yards and 28 touchdowns. So it doesn't seem to matter who the quarterback is.
That's fair.
And so as long as you've got somebody who's competent, and if you looked at what Bo Nix did in the preseason game this weekend, he was on 4 scoring drives this weekend.
He played against backups, but yes, I thought he looked good.
Yeah. And so if we're taking a flyer as who could be a possible sleeper that can just crack into that top 10 and do some damage. I think Bo Nix is a good shot for that. All right, going into number 2, we're going into the running back situation. Once again, I picked this as a team to make the playoffs, and I think Aaron Jones is going to have a good season. I just think he's going to have a good season, and so if you're needing that second running back, that's your second running back. And
Absolutely, he's right at the cream. The rankings have him at 21 right now. I could absolutely see it.
Wide receiver, George Pickens. George Pickens is, we're talking about a lot of different things, but I do think that if you're going to have some consistency at the quarterback position, George Pickens could actually start to really light it up. And so I think that could be a sleeper that falls into that top 10 for us. Number 4, the tight end. Now, Jim Harbaugh is going to be the head coach in San Diego.
Oh, we get him on the Chargers, man, I can finally.
Notice I said San Diego Chargers. But Jim Harbaugh is going to run the football. He's going to throw down. There's going to be check downs when they need it for safety. And so I'm thinking, you know what? Hayden Hurst.
Yeah.
Hayden Hurst could fall into that top 10 for tight ends for you. So if you're looking for a tight end, if you're like, down to the 9th or 10th tight end selection, I don't think you can go wrong with Hayden Hurst. And then finally, on the defensive side of the football, I talked about the Houston Texans. I talked about Danielle Hunter. Well, you know what? Will Anderson's going to live the other side of Danielle Hunter. And so one of those 2 guys is going to get the tackles. One of those 2 guys is going to get the sacks because you're going to have to double team one.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is going to get open? And so that's my sleeper pick.
Absolutely. I like it.
I hope that we are all right at this table, because I think we have all listed my team in Clint's league.
Sadly, well, it is what it is.
From position by position, we have named every player I have on that roster.
All right. Well, folks, we appreciate you tuning in to us, man. We appreciate it very, very much. Y'all check us out next week. We are the Rant Squad. Y'all take care.